Thank you very much for your interest in submitting to CABI and EAAP's Animal Science Case Study Writing Competition 2025. We're delighted to offer this opportunity to researchers to showcase the practical applications of their work in a variety of areas, including animal biotechnology, livestock production, animal health, nutrition and disease, aquaculture, ecology and conservation, and sustainability issues. There is a 500 prize for the winner and opportunities for entrants to publish their work in animal science cases and receive £100 per published study. CABI has a long-standing relationship with EAAP, and we're very excited to launch this competition with their support. The winner will be announced at the annual meeting in Innsbruck in August. CABI is a leading voice in sustainable agriculture, and contributing to this competition supports key development work across the world.
CABI case studies really highlight the practical work done by animal scientists on farms in a practical setting, and they're there to help learners and practitioners and industry develop that critical thinking required as part of the agricultural industry. They describe sort of attempts to solve problems or take a different view, and they're there to showcase lessons learned from both failures and successes. With CABI, we're reaching a diverse range of readers, from undergraduate students to postgraduate and established practitioners in the field, looking at putting their knowledge and finding ways to put that science into practice.
Many EAAP attendees will be familiar with journal articles of publication, but may be unsure about how cases are different. The key difference is that cases use an accessible, user-friendly writing style, are enriched with videos, photos, figures, tables, and interviews to bring practical scenarios to life, and also to present clear, actionable learning outcomes and discussion questions to prompt conversations and analysis.
So why would you write a case study? Well, case studies are a great way to publish work that reaches a next generation of animal scientists, whilst making the most from existing publications and exploring how to put that science into practice and find a home for the valuable work that may not fit the typical scope of a journal or a book. It's also slightly more easily digestible in a shorter format and digitally available. Publications in their own right, and we provide a thorough author support system, including a rigorous peer-reviewed and production process. So what makes a great case study? It follows a template which is constantly being reviewed and therefore improved to make it easier to follow. We're looking at telling a story in fewer words than a standard peer-reviewed report, so that can be a challenge sometimes, but we're looking at focusing on what the reader will gain from reading that case study. So there's a so what element to reading it. We obviously want real impact, and the output on the farm from the animal output as well as financial outputs is included. Or inspiration and discussion to learn more about a subject and to look at something in a different light. We need to include measurable learning objectives for the reader, and we need to end with a clear, actionable discussion so that we really pull out that critical thinking in and interactions that then can take place. It's not just from a classroom, it also could be in an industry setting in that sense. And I think that's something that we shouldn't lose track of once we leave the academia. Reviewing how we do things and looking at new ways of thinking is still important in the wider industry.
CABI Animal Science Cases is a collection launched in January 2024 that showcases the work of world-leading experts and emerging practitioners applying principles of the biological, physical, and social sciences to the problems associated with livestock production and management. It covers scenarios from around the world with animal welfare and environmental sustainability at their heart. This competition aims to encourage new voices in the field, and it's open to anyone practicing in animal science in some capacity. At least one author per submitted case should be an attendee of EAAP's annual meeting this year, 2025. The winning case study will be decided by a judging panel of EAAP and Animal Science Cases editorial board members. All case studies will be evaluated by the panel with a focus on educational value and clarity, innovation in approach and application, and relevance to animal science challenges. All submissions must be received via our online submissions system, ScholarOne. Case studies must be submitted to the special issue option and include a note in the cover letter that the submission is for the EAAP 2025 case competition. CABI will have a stand at this year's EAAP meeting in Innsbruck and would be delighted to meet anyone interested in the cases, whether or not they're submitting to the competition. There will be a ceremony at the conference at the CABI stand, presenting the first prize to the lucky winners and highlighting the brilliant work of entrants. Please do get in touch. You can email us with any queries about the competition or the cases more broadly, and you can find us by searching for CABI and Animal Science Cases. Thank you very much.